I snowshoed into Crown Land, down some logging roads, and across 2 lakes to get here. But I've finally arrived at this beautiful, stocked brook trout lake, and I have it all to myself. I've made my way to the end of the lake, and there's an inflow just behind me. I think that's where I want to set up my hot tent, right on the ice. First things first though, I need to drill a few holes and find a spot that's about 5 feet deep. Oh yeah, it's too shallow. Alrighty, so I finally have my camp spot all flattened out. Got the toboggan over there. I got the hole there that I'm gonna ice fish from in the tent. And now all that's left to do is put up the tent. So I've got the 5 poles assembled here. One of them is the ridge pole, which is this one. And then on either end of the ridge pole, these metal Ys are attached. And then we've attached rope to them to tie them together so they don't slip out, which is gonna make it a lot easier. Now the Ys are attached and they're not gonna slide out. This is the trickiest part. Oh no! Oh no! Absolutely no wind. Or there was no wind. This. The worst timing, of course. Okay. Round 2. Will the wind cooperate? That's the question. It's actually easier with the lakes dug in. The tent is secure. I've covered the snow skirt and I stomped on it with my snowshoes. Now it's time to guy out the sides. I've got a nice stack of hardwood around the wood stove, and underneath the wood stove I actually did put some boughs as well to help with the melt. It would have definitely been way too much work to do a full bough floor, especially since I'm out only for one night. But instead I ended up bringing a lightweight cot. This cot isn't anything fancy, it's a Woods ultralight cot that I've had for a bit now, but don't really use it too often. And would you look at that? That's luxury. I'm gonna be sleeping a whole foot off the ground. It's gonna be wonderful. I'm doing a simple dinner, mac and cheese with pork. It's dehydrated pork, so I'm adding it in with the noodles, or pasta I should say. It's pretty stormy out there. It's a wee bit windy out there. The mac and cheese is ready. I added in the cheese mix, some butter and milk, a little bit of salt and pepper, and some dried cayenne flakes from cayenne peppers that I grew last summer. Let's eat. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna get the rest of this into me and then probably hit the hay. It's been a long day. Good morning. A little bit of snow on the tent. You can see it all the way around. Lots on the door and all on this side. There we go. It's a warm morning. I was sweating a lot of last night. My splits. I just remembered that the spark arrestor's on the stovepipe and I left it on last night, so I'm gonna head out and just make sure that it isn't coated in creosote and affecting the draw. Looking pretty snowy out here. The bags are covered. And yeah, there is some snow on the tent, but I've knocked most of it off. Those bags are kind of covered. What I want to check out is the spark arrestor. Should have brought my stove gloves out. That was silly. Oh, looks like it's okay. Get this ice off because it's just going to end up on the stove when I light it. All the snow on the tent is melting as it heats up in here. There you go. All set. Do we have a boil? I think so. Yes. Coffee time. lighter roast. Be loaded with caffeine. Reheating the bacon. Coffee is just about ready. And then down below, I have the bagels warming by the side of the stove. There we go, and a little bit of bacon. Extra crispy. You can't just butter one side when you're winter camping. You gotta get all the fat you can get. A masterpiece. That's good. Now, if only I could catch a brook trout, that would be amazing. But there's been no action on this rod yet. I gotta get jigging though. That will increase my chances for sure. The jaw jacker just went off. The rod bobbed, I think twice, maybe 3 times, and then that was it. Well, that's a good sign. Darn. Alright, time to reset this thing. Alrighty, so I'm all set up now. I got one hole here, one hole there with the jaw jacker in it. I've got a little spoon on here that rattles, topped with a worm on the end. I'm gonna jig this one. Hopefully that will draw in the fish. And then we got two lines. So yeah, this is what I had in my head when I thought of this. There's plenty of room in this tent if it's just me. Even with these 2 holes, I could probably sleep in here. But yeah. And this is what I'm gonna do for the next little while. Just sit here and jig. I'm changing it up. I put on a little white tube with the smallest piece of worm. Another change up. A gold and silver Williams ice fishing spoon, topped with a long, juicy worm. Okay, I decided to switch lures one last time, so I put on this jigging wrap. No worm this time, just straight lure. It's getting late and I need to get out. I know it's gonna be dark even by the time I get out. It'll take me a few hours at least to pack up and get out of here, but that's okay. No big deal. I've enjoyed my day in the hot tent, ice fishing. It was a new experience, that's for sure. The best part about having a hole in the tent, though, by far, was quick and easy access to fill up my pot for drinking water and cooking. Fishing wise, it was nice to be by the wood stove and warm. But on a day like today, when it was so mild, like, I don't know, it was maybe -2 or 3, I could have been out on the lake moving around if I wasn't getting any bites, which was the case in here today. The only bite I got was this morning when I was making coffee on the jaw jacker. That was it. So it's time to put on the mucklucks, pack up, strap on the snowshoes, and haul my heavy toboggan out of here. Thanks for watching.